Hey, here's Joe again and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, where last episode we did a proper exploration of the Dragon Eyrie over there. And this episode we're gonna take care of the Dragon Shrine. For that we have still to defeat the big guys, unless they aren't there. Are you still nice to me, although I don't fight the guy? Do you attack me now? Okay, so if you fight them enough times to completely get rid of them, the nice guys are still nice. That's good. Mask, the set of Judgment. That was the set that in the first game was worn by the Pardoner. Yeah, Sin was to be said to be her domain, was worn by an ancient goddess, was honoring an ancient goddess. Yeah, Uvelka, I think, goddess of sin. People die here a lot because they decide to not fight the big guy, and then the little guys attack you for being dishonorable. Yeah, they don't attack me if I'm going in from here, so let's try range. Oh, we can kite him. That's nice. That was easier than expected. And we defeated this big guy, which makes these guys not attack me. So we can go in here. I expect a door here, but... no, it's the one with the staircase, yeah. Where does this lead? Okay, another area. You will be trapped, won't you? No, getting a Twinkling Titanite. Yeah, we're getting all our rewards for clearing the area properly, because these guys now don't attack us. This guy is an archer. That's a nasty guy. We get a Faint Stone. And we can jump over here to get this chest, which contains... What does it contain? Drake Keeper, Great Axe and Great Shield. So we could read those descriptions to learn more about the item. Try rear and then head. If you go like to the rear of him here, but that's not where we're going now. Having pyromancies maxed out is really helpful, so now all of these are friendly and won't attack us, which allows us to go here. Gorgeous view. Onto clearing. Okay. Onto next place. Okay. Getting a Titanite slab. Oh, the problem is I don't have any ranged thing anymore. Like a dream, huh? So the other guys, they attack you if you run past the enemies you're supposed to fight, which are these guys. He has his shield up, so I won't be attacking him now. Should have waited until he fully resets. Or I should have changed to poison arrows. Did you see how long that stagger lasted? That's ridiculous. He's trying to do a shield bash attack. Oh, his shield isn't properly good against physical. Okay, that's not what I would expect of such a big metal shield. This guy's nice. Friend, therefore friend. We're getting an item, Skeptic Spice and Twilight Herbs. And we can go through this door. Where we get a chest. And we're invaded by Dragonfang Villard. We got the 3rd dragon ring. Which is interesting because I don't think we got the 1st and 2nd. We'll look at that ring in a second. First we're gonna take care of Willard. We'll be waiting for us up here, I think. Yeah. He's an NPC invader version of these guys, which is just... We said that he is a bit more healthy. I think he was a bit stupid. He dropped the dragon scale like every invader of the Dragon Remnants Covenant. Nice job. Play dead? What? Play dead? No, there's not an invisible guy here. And we're picking up the petrified egg, which is quite something. That's exactly the wording that I would have chosen. Quite something. Getting a petrified something. The petrified egg will be a key item, won't it? No. So it must be in here. It's something like a covenant item. An unidentified petrified egg surely bears no life. Eggs are vessels that harbor life itself and symbolize the deepest secret of existence. But what does a petrified egg harbor? And we also got the 3rd dragon ring. It's the blue ring here. Increases HP, stamina and makes equipment load. It's like the ring of favor and protection in Dark Souls 1. I think I'll need to look up where to get the 2nd and 1st ring, if we found the 3rd first. Look carefully, it says. Look carefully. Yeah, get that chest before jumping off, I think. He wants to tell us. And we're getting an extra item here, which is... a crystal magic weapon, which is a spell, and the fragrant branch of Yore. And from here we can continue dropping down. Try right. Ah, for the chest, yeah. Okay. So we fully explored the Dragon Shrine now, and the only thing that is left to us is defeating that big dragon at the end. But first we have to do this one-on-one with the... He isn't here anymore. Is he a one-time spawn? He is a one-time spawn. Okay, that's nice. So we can look to the left and right of the stairs for items. Hurrah for death, it says. Okay. So dragon. The big dragon. I want to basically do what I've been doing with the guardian dragons with him here. This will be a difficult fight. A long fight. That's not enough. No! That killed me. Yep. I didn't realize that he was going into the air for his fire attack. I thought he would stump me when the foot disappeared. I thought he wanted to stump me. Yeah. By the way, you need like ridiculous amounts of fire defense to survive his dragon fire attack. Let's see. I think the smelter armor is the best we have for that purpose. And then we can use like instead of the chloranthene ring, perhaps the flame quartz ring. Let's see. 414 fire defense. So we need 900 to be completely invulnerable to fire, and that's not the thing that's readily available for us to reach that height. Okay, so let me fight my way up there again, and I'm gonna see you with the next dragon fight. It's so interesting that they don't aggro on you. I think this bloodstain outside is just for the first entry because the mist gate is new, so that you don't get your stuff trapped inside. Let's see. He now breathes at the door. So if you bring friends inside, you must be careful. Wow. Run that direction towards his tail. Run towards his tail. Never run out of stamina during this. Run towards his tail. Ah, that was just a short flight. He didn't want to fire. Always go back to full stamina. What the fuck? His whole body becomes a hitbox when he's landing. So I'm very careful of not being below his tail when that happens. Also, he does damage with this. Tail? Where's tail? I can't find his tail. Where was it? There. Ah. That's the first direction I looked at. And there was no tail. Ah. My souls still lie out here, so they're just nice because they know that this is a difficult boss fight that you might want to reset by absolving his sins, and because it is an NPC, you can do that. But okay. So do something. Wants to flap, tail. Back to the paw. He flies up again. That was close. Paw. Tail. Paw. Tail. Was too late with the running. Maybe I need to lower my equip load more so that I can do more running. I like to have my armor though, as long as there's still big Drake guys alive. Oh. It's good that he doesn't one-shot me with that. Wow. How would I even start running before this? Because... okay. This is my fault. Running so late. Because I wanted to sneak in an attack. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? When he's flying backwards like this, that's when he catches you. Wants to fly. That direction. He flies. That direction. Okay, should run to the other thing. Safer. He starts to fly. Would run towards the other one if he does that. He's doing fire in between his legs. But this place is safe, okay. He wants to fly that direction. He's turning around like crazy during the flight now. Okay. Over to the other leg. Going 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 over to the other leg. I have him in a loop. Going over to the other leg. Going over to the other leg. Back to the other leg. Going over to the other leg. The interesting thing is that if he repositions himself, he helps to guide me along with his talents, which, like, if he swipes them over the ground, would just pull me over the ground instead of hurting me, which is great. This is one thing why I like that 3D games don't have contact damage. They only have that on charge attacks, which makes sense to be hurt by a charge of like a spiky enemy or like a fast enemy. Okay, this is very boring for you. But this is how you do the fight. I showed it very much off to you that everything else the ancient dragon does one-shots you. And so we're just cheesing him. Problem is he will be turning around like crazy in a moment because we're approaching the edge of the arena. And we got it. Victory achieved. Soul of a giant and petrified dragon bone. This dragon was a giant. Petrified dragon bone is an upgrade item. We have like 23 of them now. If we ever want to have something that upgrades it with that. And this is our second giant soul. Will the giant's resentment for the king be pacified in death or only emboldened? Which can't be used to 154,000 souls, which can't be used to make weapons, can only be used to use the giant's resentment for the king. And that's a thing that we're gonna do soon. Back to Medulla for leveling purposes. Endurance, Vitality, Dex 1 point, Strength 2 points. Let me look at whether we are finally able to do with the Drang Lake sword. It's 25, which means half of that, that's 13, so 38. So we can't. Why can't we? The second stat, what's that? Dex 20. We need 30 dex for that. Okay. So we're missing how much dex? 2 points of dex we miss until we can start dual wielding with the Dragon Lake sword, which will increase our damage dramatically. We should also be thinking about upgrading that thing already and infusing it, because if we reach that point, would be no reason to use it because it's not upgraded. So let's go to make duffs and see if we can infuse it first. It's between the great swords. It's right after the Mastodon great sword. Some weapons are not infusible, that's why I was looking where it is. But it is indeed infusible with magic. So it is like the one we have now, or with fire, or with lightning. Let's infuse it with magic for now, I think. It's a great sword. Be gone. Let's first check for a easier to use great sword, like that one. If we like to dual wield the stance, I like. If we like the moveset. Okay, that's basically the same. Left trigger. Just bashes on the ground. Okay, so that's this great sword moveset is what the dual wielding Dragon Knight on the stairs used. So I'm alright with that moveset. So let's infuse that Dragon Lake sword with magic. We have only one faint stone. We have 6 magic stones now, which do right like nothing. I feel like they do nothing, which is weird. Should make it scale, but there is no magic damage. Here's where the magic damage is. It's so weird. We're making it a magic Dragon Lake sword. And we're gonna start reinforcing it. Also should look into reinforcing our armor. But first let's start with the Twinkling Titanite reinforcement of this. First 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5, I suppose. So let's look, it's at 163, and our weapon, that's fully upgraded, is at 157 base damage. And it's not even fully upgraded yet because we miss some souls. So let's buy those iron arrows and stuff. We're getting ready to changing equipment for once. That's great, isn't it? Just 2 points of dex, so like after the next boss we'll have it. Now I have to think about what will be the next boss and stuff. Also, the cat sent us to speak to the majestic creature to the east to continue our games, so the cat should also have our next hint on where to go next in-game. So we should listen to her.
Trespassing into their dreams, of the ones who cross the sea, lavishing ruin upon the land, how they savor their visions of glorious deeds in battle.
And that's our clue, that we should use the Ashen Mist Heart to trespass into the dreams of the giants. So we already have 2 giant souls. There are a few more giant souls to get. And all of them are in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. The question is, do I want to do that? Yeah, I want to do that because I want to have to do something with the king before going into the DSC, because otherwise, for my taste, the DSC storyline makes less sense if you don't speak to Vendrick first. And if I want to go to there and speak to Vendrick, I can already take the giant souls that give me more strength against him. So we're gonna do the giants first. So, if we remember right, there were one giant's tree at the Pursuer boss fight arena, one giant's tree at the near the place where Pate met us, near Cardinal Tower, and one giant tree next to the place Unbeknownst bonfire, which was guarded by a King's Gate, which is a bit whatever. It's mainly there, I think, to hint us that that is the important key process for the giants. It's there in the place Unbeknownst. For now, let's go into the Cardinal Tower. So we want to reach the place where Pate was. Just defeating these guys like we did several times before. Those guys won't attack us if we don't come near the door. We'll just go over here, defeat that guy, so he doesn't attack us from behind. Then we also look around whether someone else follows us. No. And there are these two hollows banging on the tree. Not doing much damage if it wants to hit me. So that's to show off. No, that I wanted to pick up that item. I clicked examine. So normally the message appeared, alas, nothing happened. But now that we have the Ashen Mist Heart, we can enter their dreams. So I don't know what the... I think Memory of Vamar. This is even... One cannot reside within memory for long. This is even the supposed way to do this. This memory first, I think. Because this is the memory that has the NPC.
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers. And I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness. This is no place for you. I am Drummond, and the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass. But leave this place immediately. Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so? I cannot imagine.
His wife.
Long ago, the king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land. The giants have wills of steel. They cannot find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them. That is most certainly their king. He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying, my blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Those who live by the sword will die by it. And I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Be gone with you. This fort will soon fall. Be gone, before the giants are entirely upon us. Be gone with you. Be gone.
And we learned a gesture. This guy, we found his body and his armor in the very beginning of the game. Captain Drummond's Drangleic set we found, but no helm to it. And he also doesn't have a helmet here. Head but hole, it says. Okay. Ambush head, therefore be wary of left. Oh, there. They're not very... They are very deceptive. They were not very good aiming, I wanted to say. Because he banged upon the walls and then he one-shot me. Nice. He one-shots, yes. Great. Great. So that was our short sneak peek into Captain Drummond's place, the memory of the giant Vama. And we're gonna see more of that in the next episode. Have a nice day. See you then.